Hey guys, welcome back. Here's another quick recap of First Strike, Quick Strike here. I'm going to show you a couple stocks and I'm going to show you the NQ today. So we got AMD out of the bat here. So right out of the open here, after the range finally breaks through, you get your signal. And like I said, I'm going to tell you a few different things. Every stock's a little bit different. AMD's been blown up right now. So you got to watch how fast these stocks are moving to be able to determine how much you're going to try to make and your stop losses again. So AMD, you want to put your stops at least above, the previous candles. And again, you might even want to go up here. So you're talking a couple bucks, like a $2 range for a stop, I guess. And on AMD, I want to get like $2 to $3 usually out of their moves. You can get a lot more than that. Even when I looked at Tesla yesterday, trying to get a dollar move was good because some days that'll go $20. It'll run, but some days it'll range. So anyways, you want to shoot for a couple of bucks. You can always re-enter. So if you need to take a dollar, if it's a 50 delta, grab your 50 bucks and wait, and then if it pulls back, and re-enter again, or you can take two cons and make $100. This move here took not even a minute, and from, let's say, 502, depending on when you enter, it drops down to 500 in one candle, and then you got another couple of candles. So you got your move. This is what I like. This is what I want. It's explosive. It's fast. That's what it's meant to do. If you're in here and this thing isn't moving, chances are you're going to have to want to cut it because the way it's set up, it's fast. Okay, so I say that in my other videos. Not every day is going to be fast, but that's what we want. And that's why I like certain stocks that are going to move quick. Whether it's NVDA, Tesla, Micron, is flying too. AMD, of course. There's other ones too, but these are the guys that I always try to look so that way you can kind of see the move. So anyways, big solid move out of AMD. I like I said, I can't expect anything more out of that. Let's see what Tesla did here. Tesla had a couple of moves, and we're only going for the first move, guys. Maybe two if you lose in the first one, but you wouldn't have lost on this one. Same kind of looking candle as AMD. So you got in around 440. Let's say even 50 if you want. And it runs down in one candle, 438.80s. There's almost your $2 range, depending on when you entered. At least $1.50. It's 1 minute. It's 1 minute. This is perfect. So yeah, do you want a bit more? Absolutely. And if you hold on to it, you got more. It dropped down to 437 roughly. So in this area, you're talking almost you're talking a $7 move. I've been watching a lot of things, so I only trade certain stocks. This one here, I got done today, and that was it for me. So I'm happy with it. You could have stayed back in, waited for this signal. You would have done well. Waited for this signal. If you would have, scalped it quick, 448.80, 444.88. Let's say 448.90. Up to 445.50. That's why, these moves here, I want these fast moves. Later on in the day, you can get them, but, this is another one of those where it just fires and stops. You're not going to play 50 cents on Tesla. So while I'm not looking at these, even though they look solid and whatever else, they fired correctly, but this is the move. So, you're looking at, there's two of them again today, 2 for 2. Let's go look at NVIDIA, see what NVIDIA did. NVIDIA had one signal. Now again, this is the stuff that you look at when you see this. I'm not a fan of this. There's a lot of chop going on in here. Even when the signal fires, it comes back and it did not wick you, but it was very close. So, again, when you put your stops in here on NVIDIA, there's nothing wrong with putting a dollar stop. You can see, even to this point here, 211.60 to, 210, it's not even a dollar stop. So it's not that bad. So if you're risking, you know, a 50 delta for a dollar stop, and trying to get your 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 or whatever you want. You definitely got it, but you had to go through a lot of mess. So, you know, again, the signal fired, it did what it was supposed to do. It did good. This is a lot of junk here for me. It's still working, you know, it's a downtrend, you know, but you know, everybody has their different way of looking at things. I don't like this, but I didn't trade this today anyways, but it produced and it did well again. So, you know, every one of these so far has done good. I'm going to look at, let's see here, Rocket Lab. This is another one that's been moving a lot lately. So we'll see if this guy did anything today too. Sorry. Okay, so same thing out of the open here. You get your one signal right at 145, not quite 146, but 145.90. This candles, you know, run straight down to 142. You know, I used to trade this one, and I know you can make some good money on it. I think the spreads are not the best, so you gotta watch those. But you know, you're getting a couple of dollar move. I'm only talking one straight boom, 2-3 minutes max. This is what I want. I want the quick, fast ones. And again, we're talking about this gap. I would have been donezo in this gap. I would have not played around because they can wake back at you and fire. So, anyways, if you're, you know, 145.90 to the bottom of that gap, roughly 143.40ish. You know, it's a couple bucks, and you can't ask again for anything more. That was the one signal out of that guy too. Let's look what Micron did today. This stock has been flying out of its mind. Okay, so this one again, no signal at the top. Another beautiful signal. I know this is expensive stock to trade. I won't be trading it, but hey, if you got the money and you want to fire, you would have done, again, you would have done well. This one had a fast move. I would have liked it to be a little bit quicker, but you know, these things appear as fast as these signals, appear as fast as these candles move. So, you know, you're at 927. Let's just say one candle, 914. I mean, it's monster move, monster, you know. So, you know, when you guys pay attention to this stuff and you'll see it coming over and over again. If you got a $10 move in 1 minute, again, I'll say it, what in the world do you need? If you would have did that and played a 50 delta, you would have banked. Again, I'm not saying that because they'd be very, very expensive options, but it produced again. Let's look at Amazon. I'm going to try to make, sorry, this thing, I have to scale it. So Amazon had a gap down. I'm going to gap up and it fills the gap. You see what happens? So this one, you know, it didn't have the signal to reverse, but this one went the other way now. So Amazon has the signal around 268.80s. And again, we're looking for about a dollar move out of this Amazon. This is not going to move as fast as Tesla, AMD, and them. Maybe at times it might have its spurts and stuff, but you know, you want to shoot for about a dollar, even 75 cents to 50, depending on what it is. You know, put a couple of contracts on there, and they're not going to be super expensive. But this again did well, man. They all did well. Let's go look at them. All right, another gap up. It's a pattern. This one, no breakout, but a breakdown. And what else is there to say? I would have been out again in this area. A lot of these stocks were looking similar to NQ today, which, you know, that can happen. So, you know, guys, I'm just telling you, it produces and it does really well. I've seen it, I can't tell you how many times, but I'm showing you the videos. You know, once I get done doing my thing for the day and some other stuff, I'll sit down and make these videos. And, you know, this one, it speaks for itself again. So, you know, I can't tell you enough. I'm not going to tell you every day it's going to fly. And again, I say this every time in the videos. I don't want to tell you it's going to be perfect. Every single day you're going to be bang, 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 bang. But I'm not putting these things up to show you that, there's something that's not happening. These are happening and happening, happening. So, thank you guys again for liking and subscribing. I hope you guys will take this indicator and this system and run with it, man. And again, nobody can force you to do anything, but if you're new and struggling, it works. And I hope people will understand that are thinking about doing something, and are looking to find a system that works and it's proven, it's consistent. So one more time, not every day you're going to do it. Not every day is going to be making tons of money, but when I tell you, if you catch moves like this, you're very happy. That's all I can tell you. So another day for me, solid. I hope you guys did well too. Thanks again for watching the video. The website is daytraderdivision.com. If you want to join, become part of the system with other people, and let me show you how to use it. Let me get you set up, and let's make some money. So good luck to you guys. I hope you guys did well today. God bless you. Thank you again for watching, and there will be more, of course, videos coming up in the next couple days. Take care, guys. God bless you.